Hi, this is the start of a new series called How to 1v1 in Galcon 2. The series is geared towards newer players so that they can learn the basics before jumping into multiplayer. Although I will be focusing on 1v1 in this series, many of these basic skills are applicable to all game modes. The biggest mistake I see new players making is not knowing which planets to take. Larger planets produce more ships per second, so you want to aim for large planets. To capture a planet, you have to spend a certain number of ships first, so you want to capture cheap planets. And lastly, it's best to focus on planets that are close to planets that you already own, and planets that are near the center of the map. This is most efficient, and it will give you the best control of the position. In certain situations, you may want to capture planets that are, for example, large but expensive or far, but we will get to that later. For now, focus on large, cheap, close planets. If you'd like, pause the video and decide which planets you would take first. In a few seconds, I will give my thoughts. In this position, I think the planets that I would take are the 0, the 8, this 8, the 7, the 6, and the 2. If I'm really lucky, I'll be able to steal this 8 from my opponent, and maybe even this 2 over here, but I suspect that he'll get to them first. And if I really need more planets to expand to, I can eventually take this 14. But for now, I'm going to focus on the cheapest, closest, largest planets, which are the ones that I named. So I'll go ahead and take all of these. And maybe if I'm lucky, get them too. Now you might ask yourself, how big is big and how cheap is cheap? Which planets can I expand to without having to worry about an enemy attack? One golden rule is that if you can take a planet and produce more ships than you spent on it in the time that it takes for your enemy to reach that planet, then you should take that planet. My home planet, for example, will produce about 2 ships per second, and it takes about 10 seconds for my enemy to reach me. So if I can find a similar sized planet for less than about 20 ships, then I should take that planet. In this case, the 1, the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 10 all fit that description. Now, note the risky 8 in the center. You might be tempted to take it because it's cheap, but its production is only 23, and it's about 6 seconds away from my enemy. So if my enemy were to attack that, I would only gain about maybe 3 ships in the time it takes for my enemy to reach me. So you might think twice about taking that 8. And again, as you play the game more and more, you will get an intuition for which planets to take, and you won't have to do any math. Finally, the most important rule of expansion is to take planets with as few ships as possible. If a planet costs 10 ships, there's no need to send your entire fleet there. Send 15 or 20 so that the rest of your fleet can all be doing useful work, like capturing other planets or attacking the enemy. You can change the percentage of ships to send by using this slider, tapping this number, or if on a PC, you can use the number pad. Now, in this example, I will change to about maybe 10 or 20% and send to these planets, and then change to 100%, select all, and send the rest to this center planet so that my opponent can't take it from me. And then I'll start attacking his planets. So to summarize, quickly glance over the map to find the largest, cheapest, closest planets. Then expand to them as quickly as you can. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again next time.